Welcome to Reeves Rants, the voice of the working class. Got another video today. Another celebrity running their mouths about how they think they're so special and the rest of us are unimportant. Celebrities truly do think that they are better than the rest of us and that somehow this world can function without the rest of us, and all that they need to do is make TV shows and movies and comedy tours and entertain us, and somehow the rest of it all just works. That somehow food gets put on the table, and trucks get delivered to stores, and everything works the way that it's supposed to work, all because stupid celebrities say stupid things and think that they understand how the world works. It's becoming very frustrating because people like this have an influence on other stupid people and on other people who are easily influenceable by these celebrities, by thinking that because they're celebrities and because they have money, therefore they probably know some stuff. But this is the second law of stupidity, is to say that just because someone has money doesn't make them intelligent. We'll go through the 5 laws of stupidity in another video, but I'm going to sprinkle them in as we go here and throughout most of my videos, because that's what we're really seeing here. We're really seeing stupidity at a high level, and we're seeing where intelligent people are not maintaining it, are not controlling it. Well, here I am to interject and insert some intelligence on top of this stupidity that gets said on The Tonight Show with Stephen Colbert by Wanda Sykes, and he lets it go. And the worst part is, listen to the audience get disrespected and they laugh and clap about it. With that being said, thanks for hitting the like and subscribe button. Let's roll into it.
I'm a black gay woman and I have a daughter, so I'm not doing so well right now. I'm a little salty right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll sprinkle a little salt.
Yeah.
Let's put some flavor on
It
here.
just sucks, man. It really does. I mean, it's like the country, it's no longer a democracy, right? I mean, it's no longer majority rule.
Let's jump into it right off the get-go. Here we go. Celebrities who don't understand, calling it democracy. We keep hearing people say democracy, democracy, democracy. It's a representative democracy, meaning we vote in representatives and they represent us. So our democracy applies in the way that we vote people in, or when it comes election time or ballot time, where things are on the ballots to, say Roe versus Wade. If people really wanted to make abortion law, then they would get it onto a ballot like they did in Kansas and get it passed. So the simple fact of your lack of understanding of how the system works is why you're mad and why you're salty. And understanding that and especially not understanding that you live in a state where it's pretty wide open in California. So to pretend as though it's in any way really legal in California or really illegal in California is ridiculous, because all this law really did was pass it back to the states and let the states decide. So here's how uninformed you are.
No, certainly not in
right?
the Senate, certainly not in the representation on the Supreme Court.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's no longer majority rule. And I mean, it's like these judges that just they basically lied when they were doing their confirmation hearings, right?
Yeah.
The biggest issue we're having here is that you don't understand why the law got changed. The law didn't get changed because the Supreme Court justices just picked up the case and decided to illegalize abortion. No, there was a lawsuit brought about by Texas that said that the federal government does not have the right to make abortion a federal law, and that it should be the states' rights to pass that law. So that's what happened. Roe versus Wade, got pushed back to the state level. This is what happens when you don't know what's going on, when you don't know how the system works, and when you force things down people's throats through the Supreme Court. When you go through the vote, when you go through that democracy thing that you were talking about, and you put it forth to the people to decide, like marijuana, like women's rights, the point is, you don't force laws through the Supreme Court and then expect them to be upheld without being codified, without being made into a law. It was just forced through the Supreme Court. And that's not how our system works. So you were happy when they forced Roe versus Wade through the Supreme Court in your favor, but now you're not happy when Roe versus Wade got forced back through the court, not in your favor, and to the states' rights.
Well, to me, it's like the problem is that middle stuff. It's those states in the middle, that red stuff.
Mm-hmm. California is a perfect example of what the whole country would be like if it wasn't for that red stuff. It's the ones who do the work that allow you to eat food and to work on your sets of your fancy TV shows and movies and all that stuff. Those are the people. The supply chain, the working class, the essential employees that you're crapping on right there. Those are the people that make your world go round. And the simple lack of understanding of that is sad. And it's even sadder that people listen to you. You can hear in the audience that when you speak, they're like actually cheering, and what you're saying is garbage. If it wasn't for all this red stuff in the middle here, those people that drive the trucks, all those people who farm the land, that provide the food, all those people who produce the goods that you buy and use, all those people, all those middle people, all those people across the middle of this country who make your life go round, because all you are is a comedian and you don't produce or do anything.
Mm-hmm. Why do they get to tell us what to do when the majority of us live out, New York, California, and we're paying for all this crap, really? I mean, right? Yeah. We're footing the bill.
And there it is. Wanda Sykes is better than you. All the celebrities are better than you. New York and California, that's where all the rich people live, because that's who should make all of our rules and laws. You are in favor of communism, where you, because you're rich, because you're a comedian, a court jester, that somehow you get to make the decisions for my life when I actually do things that provide for other people. You're just a comedian. Anybody else would do it. If we removed you, we could fill that space with another person. But yet, this country can't seem to find all those middle ground people, all those people that supply chain people, essential employee people, working class people. You can't seem to find any of those people. Look at all the jobs that are empty in this country right now. Look at how much we villainize the plumbers, electricians, and the working class of our country, all because of people like her. All because of people like her who make it seem as though that if you're not a celebrity, if you're not a comedian, if you're not rich, then you're not important. Just because you're a celebrity or you're rich doesn't make you intelligent. Matter of fact, it proves that in this case that you're not intelligent, because you're relying upon your money as your power, as opposed to intelligence in any way being part of your thought process.
Well, that's the union. It's supposed to be representative democracy, but it turns out to be minority rule right now.
Right.
How could it possibly be a minority rule right now when Joe Biden's the president? Who supposedly was the most popular president of all time, got more votes than anybody. The Senate is the Democrats as well. So when you say that majority or minority is ruling right now, you're only throwing a temper tantrum because Roe versus Wade was overturned and you don't understand how. This is always what's interesting to me, is when people don't know how things happen, they just get mad and they throw temper tantrums, not understanding what went down. There was a lawsuit, and the lawsuit needed to be closed. In closing that lawsuit, they made a judgment. And that judgment was that the federal government didn't have a right to pass Roe versus Wade. And the Supreme Court didn't have a right to pass Roe versus Wade all those years ago, and that it should have went through the will of the people. That's what democracy is. That's what majority rule is.
Right. But if we fit in the bill, and like California, if it were a country, it'd be like the fifth largest economy. So.
No, if you minus out their debt to income ratio, California is a dump. California is only above water because they were given all that money through the different bailouts that have happened over the last couple of years. If you look into what's actually gone on, and if you weren't just a celebrity who doesn't know what they're talking about, just talking and influencing people, then you would know they would be broke if they were a country. You would be broke if you were a country. You get all your energy from other states, all of your resources from other states. You don't even know what you're talking about. California would be desolate if it was on its own.
So if I'm fitting the bill, know your position. You know what I'm saying?
You need to know your place. And your place is that you pay for things. If you didn't pay for things, we wouldn't need you. Somebody else will pay for those goods. We are the ones who are needed. People who do things with their hands are the people who are needed, not B-level actresses who somewhat entertain and make people laugh and then think that they're better than the rest of us.
For real. Like, look, if I say, hey, let's go out to dinner, you don't get to pick the restaurant. Just shut up and eat.
None of us are asking you to foot the bill. We'll pay for our own meal. We'll pay for our own way. You're the only one using your money and power to try to flex upon the rest of us and tell us that we should just do what we're told because you have money. I left that part in there just so we could hear the audience laugh and clap and applaud at how she just disrespected them. Because none of them are celebrities. None of them are making all that money. None of them in the audience of the people she's talking about, they're all the ones being entertained. They're all ones paying for the tickets for the Tonight Show. She's literally criticizing and talking trash to every single one of those people who are clapping, laughing, and carrying on, applauding her in the audience. Oh, so you're so great, you're so entertaining, as you just disrespected all of us. This is how celebrities think about people. They think they're better than the rest of us, and they don't even do anything.
I guess I think things would be normal, like if people, especially elected officials who tried to overthrow an election, if they went to jail, that would feel normal, I think.
Edit it. I'm realizing that the audio didn't record properly. But anyway, what would feel normal as well, to address what she was saying, what would feel normal as well is if we went through the proper process of having legitimate court hearings, legitimate proceedings in which Donald Trump would potentially be tried and then convicted of the things that she's claiming and that of many people are claiming that he did, which is incite riots, which is try to overthrow government, all these different things. But we haven't seen enough proof to have a trial and to legitimately incarcerate him or put him behind bars for this thing. And so this is, again, just another example of it would feel normal if people knew how our judicial system worked and knew how things actually worked. With that being said, thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Later.